Uh,
LGD's turn to ban. LFY's turn to ban.
Boy, wasn't that exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MDL Macau. I am LD. I am joined here by my old friend, Winter, who is well rested, has a nice glass of warm water with him, and is getting ready for the opening match of MDL Macau. So we'll set the stage real quick. This is a new format, Winter. eHome has been forcibly invited by Valve to the event. It's gone from an 8-team tournament to a 9-team tournament. So the format is now a 9-team round robin, all bo1, bottom 5 eliminated. Top 4 go to the single elimination playoffs and will be guaranteed their pro circuit points.
5 seconds remaining.
yep, just like me, forcefully invited to join this conversation. What? I signed up. I was told that I have to do this.
Yes, you're forcibly enlisted to cast all the games.
You know, just like the military, I'm forcefully enlisted
LGD's turn
by
to
someone
ban.
by the name of David.
Well, Mr. Gorman is indeed here, and the draft is underway, so we can start to kind of preview not just this match, but also the tournament. Obviously, BO1s are something that a lot of teams have complained about. They think it's a little more random, but that can also be a blessing in disguise for some of the underdogs, Winter. You know, we could see some unusual picks come out. All of these wins, you know, any game could be the difference between elimination or not. So I am curious to see as the round robin unfolds if we see some crazy pocket strats or picks. As you know, you get through to that top 4, you're already into the pro circuit points guaranteed. You don't have to even win a BO3 to get there.
Yep, a lot of games. 9 games per day, right? 18 games in total.
LFY's turn to pick.
All right, let's try this again. Second time's the charm. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MDL Macau. I'm LD. I think I'm joined still by Winter. I'm sure he wants to abandon ship, and we're getting ready for our opening match of the day. It's round robin, all best of 1. It's not an 8-team tournament as originally planned. Valve forcibly invited eHome, making it a 9-team spectacle. So the format is BO1 round robin. The top 4 advance to the playoffs. The bottom 5 are eliminated at the end of day 2. And then we go straight into a single elim BO3. So you get out of this round robin, you're guaranteed pro circuit points. Winter, you had so many fun, fantastic stories to tell us, but I'm afraid the time for them is over as the draft will now really get underway. We'll see that first pick coming out.
Don't worry.
And who else? A classic clubman. The lane dominator himself, who's made a bit of a resurgence lately, the Ogre Magi.
You don't like the hero?
What's not to like? He just clubs people.
Yeah, it's fun. And then you bloodlust your guy to farm. Oh, this is interesting. The Naga. I think it's a support Naga. They are gonna use this guy to fight the 2-headed guy. You have a lot of armor, so you can actually trade quite well against him. You can even do like the illusions at level 1 to take away the ignite. So probably the ogre's gonna have to get bloodlust at level 1 to fight you. Sounds like a good idea here.
Yeah, sorry, we're just working on the audio here, guys. Apologies if something's too loud or too quiet. We will get that sorted out. So just bear with us. We had an internet outage, so we had to scramble to set up an alternate casting solution. Thank you for your patience. But yeah, so they open Ogre. They look for the strong lanes. You mentioned Bloodless first build, likely what you expect to see to help deal with the Naga.
Yeah, probably, because I think this Naga's going to be support, and he's going to be running at like the Ogre to neutralize the lane pressure. Like usually people do the Undying against Ogre matchup. I am sure you're familiar with that.
Decay. Yeah, we saw quite a bit of the Undying at Dream League as well. As we saw a few games where VP really were able to take over with it. Lil diving really deep at towers. Definitely a scary hero. You know, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing the Decrepify Tombstone shenanigans now that they're back in 7.07.
Before Tombstone shenanigans, you know.
The Surrection Slack strat and Winter, this guy. The Omni Knight, I believe, had almost a 60% win rate at Dream League and was one of the more picked heroes as well.
Yeah, because you can't really remove stuff with Diffuser anymore. You need like Necro Bolt and some other weird stuff like a Shadow Demon ultimate or the Panda ulti. Yeah, it's pretty strong hero now, and it's very good with Ogre. The Bloodlust plus Degen Aura. You're not running away.
There's really no escape from these guys, and whoever the carry is going to be very beefy.
Yep, Medusa sounds like a good option, but gone. The other good option would be the Storm. Razor, oh yeah, okay. Razor is like the Omni Knight counter, because you can debuff the GA with your Unstable Current.
The core.
Yeah, Morphling as well. He plays Morphling.
DK and Death Prophet, I guess, with the new refresher shards, a little bit scarier as you head later into the game.
Death Prophet is good now because of the intelligence thing. You get magic resist on a tanky hero, so it's particularly useful on DP. You know that, right? You get magic resist because you're an intelligence hero. And
yeah, and you get the, what is it called, the stun resistance if you're strength, yeah.
Yeah, status resistance. So pretty much and DP has a level 10 magic resist talent. So DP is a lot more tanky now because of that.
So the gyro will get removed. LGD definitely doing their homework and knowing that is an LFY go-to.
They might still want the Undying because gyro is a Tombstone counter. Not sure if you're a fan of the double melee support, but they have the sleep into Tombstone combo. Classic.
They have a pretty scary team fight if they go that route. It's the sweep, the sleep, the Quap ult, and then you've got the Tombstone as well, as you mentioned. And that's only 3 picks in, but AA comes out, so they're looking to slightly deal with the Omni, I guess, this way, with the preventing the heal at least.
Yeah, but he's kind of
ensnare
like,
into Cold Feet. It's like okay. He's
kind of like shitty again. Like, let's say he's in the safe lane, and you're against Ogre Omni. I don't think you want to be in the lane as AA. I don't know, because he doesn't really like fight really well against these two early game. They are probably gonna have to use 3 heroes in the safe lane if it's off lane Ogre and Omni Knight. But maybe the Ogre will be mid and the Omni will be trying to do the lane pull shenanigans lately. Everyone's been doing it.
Man, look at this. This is just straight run at you Dota now, Winter, with the Night Stalker coming out as well.
Oh, but they have, because of all this single target, and there comes an illusion hero.
They're also 3 melee heroes, and they're now facing a decent amount of AoE. You know, these heroes tend to clump. You've got the Ice Blast, the Psalm to set it up, the Quap ult, so...
Dude, the mass illusions. Naga CK.
And now all you need is the Shadow Demon to round it out.
Gosh, okay, so not much AoE, unless Weaver gets a Maelstrom. But I guess the idea behind the Weaver is because the enemy doesn't have, instant direct stun. So Weaver, you can run around and annoy the opponent. You get a Lincolns and you're pretty much an unstoppable force. Unless the Corp gets a Orchid. And you need someone else to proc your Lincolns to silence you.
LGD.Fy, very single target focused here, very gank heavy as far as their lineup goes. Don't really see a big objective taker. I mean, maybe the Weaver going Desolator.
I guess the last hero, you might see some Dragon Knight maybe. But Dragon Knight's not so good against AA. Because you're not that tanky anymore because of Ice Blast. But if you want an objective taker, it's either, like you said, the DP as well. Either Dragon Knight or DP.
Yeah, those are the two big superheroes. We saw a lot of them back at TI. Still his go-tos for the most part nowadays.
Turn to
They're pretty
ban.
good against illusions, both of them. Yeah, I would say DK is probably better against the illusions because of the splash. But I mean, I think either one can work for them. They have the repel DP. Repel DP is also quite scary.
10 seconds.
Well, the Shadow Fiend gets removed here, so looking to ensure
5 seconds.
doesn't get out of control in the mid lane. Bloodlusted Shadow Fiend with repel. Pretty damn scary. LFY going for the Ursa ban. And they will go for the Super DK, slightly countered by Ice Blast, but still is a good frontliner.
They're kind of like worried about the matchup. They're worried about the co-op going off lane and LGD picking another like direct like a strong lane counter for DK. Yeah, that's that for LFY. I mean, Super plays this hero the most out of I think any competitive player, so he knows the hero the best. Knows what counters him and knows what he can do.
Yeah, the other good thing about the DK, gives them a reliable initiation if he gets like the Blink or the Shadow Blade, because prior to that you're like running in with a Void or Fire Blast, which is not the best way to start a fight.
I think both would be good options. Like he always goes like a threats into drums first with the Soul Ring, and then he sees that if he needs okay, that's four
melee heroes. All strength against this Timbersaw.
So it's gonna be an off lane. I think it's gonna be an off lane Queen of Pain. Timber will be going mid, I think. Yeah, Timber's going mid.
How good of a...
Yeah, it's pretty good. For actually 3 strength heroes. Ogre's not a strength hero. Intelligence hero, 4 hit.
Yeah, 4 melee, 3 strength.
I think it's okay though. I think they can still deal with the Timber with the if the Weaver gets fat enough with the Dessel, blah blah, and then you have the silence from NS. But still, it's a pretty good Timber game. Regardless, they just need to make sure that this, because I think what will happen is this Ogre is gonna try to annoy the Timber at level 1 in the mid lane. They just need to make sure that the Timber doesn't get bullied too much at the start. So then he'll be able to do very well against the DK. I think that's their #1 priority right now in the lanes.
And they do have a lot of heroes that can rotate on that lane, cause some early problems, whether it's the Night Stalker or the Ogre Magi. Plenty of pressure coming out in this laning stage from LFY.
You don't have PMS right now, so you need to make sure that this early game goes well for you. Like before you have the PMS, so it's much harder for the enemy to zone out a melee mid. But right now, without PMS, I think the Naga is basically going to have to sit mid to make sure this Ogre, like he's going to have to follow the Ogre around, I believe. That's what he's going to do.
No, we'll keep eyes on Yao here. Does still have the early stout shield. And we'll see how the lanes unfold. It's going to be Ame heading off to the bottom lane. Looks like Inflame taking the Omni Knight off lane as well. Super just going to look to help him secure that early bounty as LGD showing 3 towards the top side. They're going to invade a little bit here with FY and the Queen of Pain. How do you feel FY has been transitioning into the new role and just joining LGD recently, Winter? Have you had a chance to watch him much?
So, I think. I think he needs more time. I mean, there are games that he's been doing well, but there are also games that he's not doing so well. Like, I think he's still, getting the hang of it. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah, certainly has stuck primarily to that greedy 4-position role for, I'd say, like 80% of his career, at least from what I've watched. So, still quite, when you have like that much built-up history in one position, even if your mechanics are fantastic, it's just a fundamental change in mindset you have to undergo. Yeah, but he'll have some help here.
The off lane right now is not as greedy as before, LD. The off lane right now is
with the creeps and the bounty runes and the fountains all moving.
The getting sack lane. Now it is the true suicidal lane, the suicide lane. You're not gonna do so much there. But with the queen being...
Hey, you get level 2 faster,
Yeah, if you get level 2, but he's gonna get some help. So the A is actually gonna be the one sitting in mid. They are they were expecting the Ogre to be there, but DDC is gonna start bottom. So it's gonna be 2 heroes on the off lane for both teams. Yeah,
we're going to see LGD running the dual offlane and the Dual lane mid as well, trying to give some early help here to their cores, and that does leave the Chaos Knight on an island, at least for the moment. But LGD, so far, doing okay against the Night Stalker pressure. And I guess really, Winter, I am curious to see, like, where does the Ancient Apparition find a home? Will he be able to do much here bottom? Are they just going to run him over with these two melee bruisers?
It's going to be hard for him, though. I think that he needs to just make sure that he can pull creeps, pull neutrals and just get levels. I don't think he can actually contest the lane too much, unless they dive. Oh, Ame is here, is taking a beating though. This is not a fun lane at all. Like level 1 degen with the Ignite.
Yeah, what is an Ancient Apparition really going to offer in this matchup, you know? Levels. Especially starting off a little bit underleveled, just now making the rotation down.
Oh no! He missed the D-Ward. GG. GG. Okay, this is so bad.
That lane's not going well. Is there hope elsewhere? Maybe having a good time mid?
He has to go to the off lane though. I think he can go to the off lane and try to kill. I don't think he should stay here. I don't think he can do much. It's gonna... oh, maybe not.
As you say that, they do apply the pressure to DDC, pulling it back in. 2 more auto attacks! Doesn't quite get it in the end. The Ogre just barely able to make it back to the tower.
Omni gave him that salve, so maybe would have died without that. He would have been close though. But,
yeah, the plus armor from the tower may be factored in there as well. But
wow,
in the end,
LG
does make it away.
The plus
you expect so little of me, Winter.
I don't know what to expect, you know. Because you haven't been playing, you've been.
I like to keep you on my toes, you know. Keep you on your toes, whatever. Same thing. Well, DDC is going to meet some Ancient Apparition illusions for now. The big winner of the lanes, though, Winter, as you would expect, is maybe who's got that early bit of help from the AA and now in a comfortable 1v1 against the Dragonite. So they at least have a good start for the Timber, which you did mention would be important.
I mean, to be honest, he didn't really need the help. I think AA was just there because, like I said, they were kind of worried that the Ogre would start mid. But since the Ogre is bottom, so mid is going to be a easy matchup for maybe on the Timber. But then again, like, you can win the lane against the DK, but in the mid game or once the like around 10 minutes to 15 minutes, DK can still push down your towers, and you know, he doesn't really have to win his lane. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't lose it too much and try to take your towers after that.
Now they're gonna pull the Omni back in. Quick repel though, gets back to safety. We'll end up surviving, and we'll have a momentary pause here. LFY. So you hitting the big red button.
Look at the CS, bro. Look at the CK and the Weaver. Those are the carries on this game.
They come back with kills, Winter. These are
what? These
are not farmers.
They come back with kills. Such PMA attitude.
PMA?
Yeah, positive mental attitude. You're so PMA. I thought you were gonna say, oh no, they're screwed. They have 6 and 5 last hit 3 minutes into the game. They're gonna need a Midas to come back.
See, that's what I would be doing if I was playing, but I'm just watching, so I can maintain objectivity here.
Okay. Good objectivity, Mr. Gorman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, any adjustments you want to see, Winter, with the way the lanes are unfolding? You mentioned some of the AA top. Is it too late for that? Is there anything else that LGD could try?
I think both teams... I mean, I said that, but I think both teams are happy with what's the trade-off right now for both their... Because both teams are winning their off lanes. So I think it's still okay. And if you're LGD, you're much more happy right now. Because you're winning your mid lane on top of the off lanes. So you're winning 2 lanes.
LFY going for a bit of an invasion play, right? As the wolf howls, it is nighttime, and Victoria is definitely the lowest hanging fruit here. Okay. They start to peek forward.
They are the first one to make the rotation with other support joining the off lane. So most likely going to be first blood here if they just...
The line was drawn, but they don't have exactly vision of this.
Oh, they have scan though.
I didn't see. No, I don't think so.
No, they still have scan. They can use scan if they want to.
But they're playing like they know, and we did see a bit of vision.
Look at the lane at top. The Weaver is even gone. They're like, hold on, the bug is not even in the lane. He's alone.
Oh, a big commitment here. Inflame says, screw it, man, we're going in. Afu gonna join him as well, but quickly overextends, gets pulled back into a stun, immediately locked down, tries to walk away, rooted and controlled even through the repel. That's the power of the Naga against the Omni Knight, but he's not dead just yet. Gets off the heal bomb and does get the kill. The first blood to LFY. The trade is the Omni, though, and now LFY hunting forward, looking for Yao. It should be a 2 for just a little more damage. The stun, they hesitate. They will back away.
He has 10 stick charges, Gorman. They are not idiots. Relax.
Also out of mana on the Night Stalker, perhaps the other issue there. So LFY, they do get the first blood, and they will back off now.
They're going for a drink, and they're gonna... Do they have a smoke? Nope. They're probably just gonna go back to the safe lane again, try to pressure. Oh no.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, as soon as Ame respawns, he comes right back looking for Super. They can't quite bring him down yet, though, and now the rotation comes in. The bait is there, but the Chakram, it's something that Super walks right back into, may be able to finish him off. Bit unfortunate, missteps, and death by the blade.
Oh, this CK is like, I'm so done in the safe lane, I'm just gonna go gank.
Yeah, the AA even making the rotation there, smoked up for this.
He went for gank with no boots. That tells you the story of the lane, you know. He doesn't want any part of the bot lane.
They're gonna try to go here, but it's onto maybe. He's very tanky right now. 20 charges on that reactive armor. LFY, they think better of it.
Yep,
even with the DD on Night Stalker.
He's gonna have a very, very fast Bloodstone at this rate. Like maybe like 11 minutes, 10, 11, 12 minutes. It's gonna be a very difficult Timber to deal with for LFI. They're gonna have to like... Oh! Another net here onto the Stalker.
Tries to pull the Vampire back in, flaps above, but does get locked down. The Cold Feet not gonna proc. Afu will make it back.
I mean, the CK is not gonna do much roaming like this. He doesn't have boots, and his skill build is like more towards farming, you know, because he has the 2 in the strike. And he has 1 each on the bolt and the rift. Not really good at fighting.
This is the Gambler build.
The Gambler build? Why?
Yeah. He's counting on the low percentages here. and they're in Macau, Winter. It's only appropriate. You know, it's the Las Vegas of Southeast Asia, I've heard.
You're actually so good.
Thanks, bro. It's being married, you know, it gives you superpowers.
Oh, really?
Yes, and teaches you patience as well. Something you could use a little more of.
Wow, okay. Sure.
Monet gonna scurry away here. Looks like Yao did want to make a move, prepped with the Sentry, but now Afu coming in, and all of a sudden, LGD need to back off.
Out mid lane.
Man, Ame, just looking at Ame, really not having a good time, is maybe post up past the tower, but he's not someone they can easily deal with.
Yeah, the tower's gonna go down. Like, Timber's really strong at this stage. Like you said before, the reactive armor. He's just tanking the tower and doing whatever he wants. Tower's gonna go down. First tower for LGD, most likely on the cards here.
FY just looking to zone Super back a little bit. Maybe, though, not interested in assisting this, much more concerned, as you mentioned, with the tower.
By the way, I have a stat for you.
Oh shit, what's the stat?
You know Super, he has actually, like at the recent Perfect World event, any game
That's not a stat.
Any game he's not playing Dragon Knight, Medusa, or DP, he has lost.
Really? What's the numbers, though? Is this like one game? Gonna dive here on Victoria, that poor ancient apparition. The ice cream cone ain't long for this world. LFY, they continue the face rush. They'll take the kill, looking to do a bit of sieging of their own, though the first tower blood did go the way of maybe. Got the last hit as well.
Yep, daytime, but they're still killing stuff. This is not gonna have a fun game, like I said. He TP's top, and they're waiting for their team with smoke on the corp and the Naga to get over.
They're gonna pull Afu in, and they look to make the move. FY blinking forward. The swarm comes out, though. Does hit quite a few, but no backup for that Weaver right now. Have to time lapse. Scurry north. It was a 4-hero commitment for a Night Stalker.
You know what changed in the patch, right? If you get these kind of kills with so many heroes, you actually get less gold now. So if you make like heavy rotations, it's like eh. It's like, and then you kill a support like that, you feel bad, you know.
Especially one that's fairly item independent, you know, at least at this stage of the game.
Yep. Somnus bot lane is getting run at the 2 bruisers.
Well, this guy, the one that can take the punishment, though, is maybe we'll chain back to
Vanguard.
safety.
He actually went for Vanguard first. Seems like a good idea, since Crimson can be good this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Definitely not the most conventional Timber build, but
I mean,
as you
because
mentioned,
right now you don't have like the mana regen from the Soul Ring. You get more tanky, so maybe he wants to like be able to build even more tanky to fight early. I don't know what's the plan, but I've seen in pubs like people have been doing this a lot recently, where they start. Last time it's like you build into your Bloodstone Rush right away if you're really fat, but people have been doing this Vanguard. I've seen it more now.
well, he did get the casual Soul Ring though, so as well as now the mana boot's completed. So
No, I mean you don't have the mana regen from Soul Ring because they changed it. You're more tanky instead of having more mana
oh, okay,
regen.
gotcha. So LGD moving in, looking for Afu low, and they will take him down here in the top side. Still daytime, and only a minute to go until the darkness falls. So they try to make the most of it. They
They
get
have
the
to-
kill. Can they
they
get
have
the
to-
tower though? Doesn't
They have
seem
to try
like
to
it.
use the Sonic Wave if they can though. Like they have the wave up for quite some time. LFY hasn't really found any opportunities to use it.
LFY just quickly bulldozing this tower down. Meanwhile, it's been slow and steady going here from LGD. Even the glyph committed. LGD used theirs first, kind of a dual-purpose glyph, help keep their creeps alive, but eventually they lose their bottom tower. LFY getting on the board there, though. Looks like they're not going to contest this one, so LGD will grab second tower of the game.
Yep, and Super. This is like his classic movement. He takes one tower with the dragon form and he moves to another lane quickly. Sometimes TPing or smoke. Oh, the silence!
That's the silence.
big time
Follow up
silence.
coming through. They get the stun as well. Quap trying to stay alive. Already popped the stick. Chain stun. Will he get the blink off? He will, just barely. And no deny in time. Unfortunately, will end up going down.
Bro, you can't deny ignite. Bro,
Really?
yeah, you can't.
Okay, I'm a Dumbo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ay, sad. Not an ogre player. Report. It's an ogre meta and you're not an ogre player.
I'm too smart, Winter. I can't play a hero with such low intelligence.
You look like ogre, you know?
Hey, I only have one head at least. Okay, I have that going for me.
Come on, he's not even that low intelligence. Look at his int. 2 points per level.
He's got really bad base though.
PA is the one with the shit, the PA and troll. 1 intelligence per level.
I also don't have a big club, so that's a problem as well.
What do you mean you don't?
What is that supposed to be? Anyway, back to the game. 4-4 the score. Still fairly even overall as the laning stage breaks down, but those Radiant cores are definitely struggling here. Aside from the Timber Saw, we're seeing Ame just desperate to catch up, but it is nighttime, and LFY playing very aggressive in this bottom lane. He's got to hide in the trees. They
Ice
will
Blast
smoke
online.
behind him, though.
Ice
They
Blast
want to make a
online.
play here.
Corp has a TP, so he can join this fight if he wants.
1 second stun. He does get off the rappel and now just hoofs it out of there, popping the bongos as well as the phase boots. It looks like back to safety for Inflame. So the first
bongos?
Ice Blast not working on.
The bongos? Drums is bongos?
You've never heard that before?
No, it's an NA expression,
Radiant's
I
top
believe.
tower is under attack.
I thought you were an honorary American, Winter.
Fortified.
Probably not then, since I failed my my blue papers, or what papers you have to do? Your green papers?
What are you talking about?
Don't you need
Ice
to-
Blast coming in. This one? Oh, do they have to disable a huge amount of
Don't
base
you need to
damage?
take like
LGD.
a test for like if you want to be an American, some blue papers or green paper?
Radiant's
Isn't that
You mean the
what
green
your wife-
card? You
Oh,
mean the green card?
Okay, the green card. Sorry, not paper. Okay, card.
I was so confused. I'm like, is this like kindergarten construction class or what's going on here?
Radiant's top tower
Okay,
But
so
they do
that's
get
the
an important
first
kill on the
Sonic Wave.
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, first Sonic Wave. They got DK. Timber has almost half of his Bloodstone right now, so I think still going okay for LG. Like you said, the other two guys are having a good time, the Corp and the Timber. Even though CK is not the best comeback hero, you know. He's changing his build now. Because usually you go like 1-1-4 if you're having a good game, so you can actually farm the jungle. But right now he maxed the Brave first because he understands that he needs to try and do something. Like basically like farming creeps is not gonna help him get back into the game, but killing heroes will.
LFY smoked up again, looking to make a move. This is a dangerous place for Victoria to be as he runs right into Monet. And soon into the gank squad, goes for the TP out. Ain't gonna happen. LFY, kill him off, and Super plunges deeper. He's got that Shadow Blade. They're even gonna Bloodlust him up, try to catch up here with Ame just out of range, it looks like. Oh, they wanted to get 2 there.
Well, he actually skipped the drums, he just went straight into Shadow Blade, because he's not having a good game. But that was a smoke for one position 5 hero, not worth, you know. Hashtag not worth. They got, like, did they get any deep wards done? This is not too deep, this is just, around the river. So they didn't even manage to get any, like, really deep wards down with this smoke.
Yeah, I mean, checking the dire vision, it's actually okay, but yeah, there's no, like, super deep wards that you'd hope to see around those tier 2 towers.
There's one in the jungle, though. The bottom side.
They did try to deward it, it looks like.
In Flame, he could be in trouble here. Oh, early repel. That's the snare.
Do get the net off, but that repel is level 3, so just calmly TPs away.
Just nice.
And very patient there, didn't go for the early TP.
Yeah, so pretty much right now, he has to understand that he needs to max out the end snare. I don't know, there's gonna be some important end snares on some repel hero, stopping him from running away. Like you see teams picking Bane, Pudge against Omni Knight. Not so much of Pudge, but Bane more.
Just to deal with the repel, yeah.
Yeah, you need something to deal with it.
No more Diffusal Blade.
But you can't remove it.
Yeah, no more easy purge available. So Monet just sitting up top did complete the Diffusal, at least, so it gets a little bit of extra damage and chase potential there. Ame, meanwhile, working on an armlet. As you mentioned, though, it's pretty slow going for him.
Yeah.
So really falls to maybe to do all the heavy lifting here.
I'm not sure if it's like the best here. Like usually, I think the more common thing players will do is, oh, I'm having a shit game. I have to get a Midas because CK can't farm. That's what I see people do a lot. But nowadays you don't see Midas this item at all. Because the game is way too fast right now. It's very difficult to buy a Midas. Like even, yeah, I think the only time you see a Midas is like maybe on Invoker. Or sometimes like a Panda, you get a dagger, then you get a Midas after. But otherwise you don't really see
we saw the Midas into Radiance into double Midas at Dream League on the Lone Druid. I thought that was an outlier, I guess.
Because they were winning the early game. That's when I think you only can get the Midas. Otherwise getting Midas is always a very risky proposition now. You see the Omni, he doesn't even go on Midas. He won his lane. Look at this Inflame guy.
Drummed straight into the Solar Crest.
Yeah, he doesn't even go Midas. Like usually in the past you go Midas on Omni.
Oh, LFY, deep wraparound for them, but FY is kind of ready for this. Blinks off to the right, Apu hunting after him, drums get popped, loses the vision there, and then does get the silence off, and now locking him down. FY, no escape for him, not even bothering to assist him. They will watch their quad be beaten to death, and Dragon Knight ult now used with the Bloodlust, likely the tier 2 going down here as well. No sign of a defense.
Yeah, I don't think they can fight without their quad. Yeah, definitely not. Quad is like their main source of burst damage right now, because CK is not doing anything. Like he doesn't do much damage right now. So the damage has to come from Timber and the QOP. Timber kind of wants to, you know, wait for his team to be alive before he takes any fight, because he has burst. He just got his burst on now. You don't want to take a bad fight.
Really need maybe to take over if you're LGD, buy them some time. It's going to be nighttime again soon, though.
He's going to need an armor item against this Weaver here. Oh, like he's going to build a Shiva. Shivas would be good for him this game.
I mean, do you feel like this is a game where Timber can take over? On paper, there's 4 melee heroes. You know, it kind of seems nice, but
not really,
there's a lot of control for him, and it feels like they can kind of run past him, ignore him, you know, flank his team, and just avoid taking him into last.
Gonna be annoying. Afu here gonna get caught up by...
Tries to juke to the south. FY hunting him through the trees, and They will continue the chase. Another scream, slowly but surely taking the vampire down. The net even coming out to ensure the kill. So they get something here, taking that Night Stalker down again, but did spend his gold and got the Staff of Wizardry.
Under attack.
So it's nighttime right now. So things are gonna be starting to look good once again for LFY. They can make more aggressive plays with this nighttime. This Omni Knight, he went for a force stuff. So he's just going all utility, yeah? He's not trying to be... Like some players, they tend to be greedy when they have such a good early game, but not Inflame. He's just going all the team items.
Yeah, they're going double force actually, the Night Stalker, looking to pick one up as well against the Chaos Bolt into Cold Feet. It's pretty strong. Or the net into Cold Feet for that matter.
And it's really good against the Timber as well, because it's like pretty much how they want to kill stuff right now. If your LGD is like you stun, Timber drops the whole load of spells on top of the stun target. So the force stuff is gonna make it hard for him. Oh, super.
Maybe. Hiding in the trees, pops out, gives him a love tap with the chakra, but LGD looking to make a play here with the armlet as well as the surprise gank at night. Monet walking right in, but he will get pulled back. Time lapses his way out, and now they have to back away from the rear. DDC looking for the stun. Yao has the Sol, and he pops it immediately, but the Omni just beats him with the hammer. He's been through it. He's gonna beat him into submission. Not just the drums he's banging on now, but the Naga too. LFY will grab a second kill.
Okay, that was 10 out of 10. Well done.
Man, your scoring is way too easy. I feel like I'm getting charity points here, Winter.
No, that was genuinely good.
Oh, thank you.
You rather me... Yeah, shit.
I'm just waiting for the mean comment that comes after the failed praise, you know?
No, I'm a changed man.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll see how long this lasts. I bring the worst out of you, but LFY, they want to bring the worst out of Roshan, rip his heart out of his chest, and it looks like they're about to do just that. The Aegis will be claimed, goes the way of Monet. It's just, if you don't burst that Weaver down, you know, the fight really falls apart quickly.
I mean, the lack of stuns, we talked about this briefly during the draft. Like, not lack of stuns, but the lack of, like, good stuns.
Reliable
like,
stuns, yeah.
Yeah, reliable stuns. So the Weaver, like I said, he's gonna have his Lincolns up soon. Like, he's even already so hard to kill without the Lincolns. When he gets the Lincolns, I don't think they can even touch him at all.
Who knew an ogre could be so sneaky? But DDC, he is stalking maybe through the river. Still has a decent amount of time left on this Invisor and will maybe dare walk up that hill. He's a little close. They are starting to move towards him. They get the purge off. Looking for the stun mid-chain, but just that cast animation a bit too long. He's able to chain away to safety. They will deal with the bug. Still good damage done here by Monet. Gets netted up inside the chakram. Has to back away. Now LFY, they change targets. They know there's no Psalm. They're going to hunt for Yao through the trees. And likely the Naga, the sacrificial lamb, super ready with the stun. Quickly finishes him off, and LGD have to scramble to back off.
So they have to try to dodge right now until the Aegis is out. CK has his Echo Saber completed. I still feel he's quite weak now. I mean, not sure. I think he's gonna need what else does he need? Do you need a BKB this game? No. Dagger. Dagger sounds good, yeah. He has to dagger behind and try to focus say the Omni Knight. I think the Omni Knight is gonna be a key target in the fight. You need to kill him first.
That's tough though, you know. LFY they're all very tanky, and the Omni in particular with the completed Solar Crest, 1700 health.
If they stun him with the Ice Blast and Cold Feet, there's a chance. There is.
It feels like it's a lot of ifs, right, for LGD. Like they have a fairly unreliable set of spells, and they all need to be used perfectly to kill any of these tanks.
Yeah, but they have Timber, so Timber is pretty good at killing tanks here.
But Super has a BKB. And they have the repel as well.
So they have to run it down, make it 5 seconds, you know. Don't lose hope. Take fights.
So patience then. Patience for LGD, the order of the day.
Patience is always the order of the day, you know.
Oh, Super going for the solo kill here. And that's why he almost finishes him off the last second. Yule's blink. Super will settle for a creep. That's painful when the Dragon Knight can almost solo auto-attack your Queen of Pain down.
Drums. Saving lives. The kabonga, like you said, right? The kabonga.
Well, LFY still sticking around top as well. It's really pressure across the map. You can see LGD.
Look at this CK, bro. He goes to the lane to farm, the Weaver hits him with a Gemini, burns like 200 of his mana.
And more importantly, forces him on his heels, and now anyone who dares fully leave the tower will be subject to the wrath of LFY's three-man gank, but they need to lock these heroes down. Can they do it? Can they find that quick kill? They look for the Omni. They will burst him into submission. Monet too. The Aegis gonna pop. And now resetting for round 2. Will he make it out? Monet heads to the north. They pull him back in. They look to nuke him down. He instead time lapses to the south. They're fighting without the Dragonite, and this is really hurting them. They will lose the Weaver as well. LFY, a bit arrogant, you might say, getting punished.
That's an understatement, LD. They were
almost as arrogant as Winter, you might say.
What? I am nice person. I am nice guy. I gave you good comments early in the morning.
You say it like the praise is supposed to be like in exchange for something, you know? It's not freely given, Winter.
In exchange for more pay from BTS, that is the plan.
What? You're not getting paid for this.
What?
You're doing this because you love Dota, right?
Bye bye. See you later.
Don't leave me, bro.
Going for breakfast. I haven't even had my breakfast. My scrambled eggs with my toasted bun.
Eggs are bad for you, Winter. Too much cholesterol.
Eggs are good cholesterol.
You should just eat oatmeal. Steel cut oats.
And end up like you?
What's that supposed to mean?
You're ogre.
Oh man. This is gonna be a long cast.
When I put your picture next to the ogre, my guy, you both look the same.
You can't pick me out of a lineup, huh? Well, he's got more hair than me though, that's the sad part. Oh, yeah, going for the quick TP out here. And they not able to quite finish him off on his own, but you can see even in the daytime now, LFY do feel still confident despite that lost team fight to play offense across the board. They're even going to start farming the enemy Ancients, looking to slowly kind of choke LGD out and limit their map presence.
You call that a team fight when there's only 3 heroes there? That wasn't a team fight.
It was for LGD.
I mean, they can't really 5v5, so they have to do stuff like that. Do they have BKBs? Actually no, like you don't need BKB on the CK. Oh, he has his dagger, so he's going hard next.
Oh, this could be a big one, Winter. FY is going to pick up the Orchid now to try and deal with the Omni.
Do they have any removal for the Orchid?
Doesn't look like it.
They're gonna need like a Lotus or Grease.
Oh, they have a Lincoln's on the Weaver, I guess.
Yeah, but if they silence the Omni, like the last fight, they focus him, they win the fight.
LGD playing safe here at night. Well, Afu's on the prowl. Is gonna look to poke his head above the Ancients, but quickly backing away, maybe threatening him with the chain forward. Also in turn has to be careful. LFY are looking to pounce, and now maybe perhaps a little bit too far from his team. They're all going to descend here in numbers and quickly look to bring that Timber Salt down. He will explode in a hail of nukes. Now the BKB from Super, the chase is on, ignoring the Psalm. Looking for Yao. He has to retreat to the safety of the high ground. Tries desperately with the mirror image, but they know the real Naga is no match for this LFY Death Rush, and now they're even Hati Victoria. Afu's going to continue pursuit.
Bro,
they are bringing reinforcements.
This is the real 5-on-5, bro.
This is not a 5-on-5. It's not a fair fight. Certainly not for Ame. Gets stunned up by Super. Gets the 1-second stun in return. Insufficient from Ame. And now Victoria going for the TP. Nothing to cancel. It'll make it out, but LFY now immediately onto the high ground. Monet wasn't even really there for the fight. Just straight push down mid. Took the tower down to half health. They're looking for a quick and decisive win. I mean, can LGD even hold here? They've used the Psalm.
They have buyback on CK.
It's gonna be tough to hit the combo without the Psalm though, but they'll have to make a move soon. LFY, tower down, racks to fall perhaps as well. The buyback comes, they're gonna miss the chain. They do get the Yules off. Maybe Afu, the sacrifice to Force Staff. #1, gonna help get him back to safety. The Quapple's pretty good, hits on 3, but LFY now, finally the Omni Knight coming out, and they rush forward, looking to bring down Ame. They'll drop him low. Can they finish him off though? The armlet toggle's not enough, he will fall, and maybe in the midst of it all, he sees so many low heroes, but not too many easy kills. Super trying to man up on him. BKB's late, and now looks to walk back, maybe might pursue this. LGD desperate for additional kills. They know they've already spent a lot just to try and only lose a tier 3 tower. The chase continues. Chakram coming through. Lacking the follow-up, though. Nobody can chase with maybe. And in the end, LFY. Minimal losses from them.
Got the tier 3, so Shrines are next. Roshan also coming up soon again. They have to fight this next Roshan, yeah, LGD. If they give away the Aegis, I think the game is just over. So what do they have for that? They have Chaos Knight with Dagger. You know, in the fight, he had to use his ulti to run away. He can't fight. He's so weak.
And he had to buy back there and ended up dying again. So you really see the Chaos Knight just not a big impact hero this game.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a good start. He's not a good catch-up hero, like I said. And he didn't go for like a Midas or something to help him. So this is what you expect from a CK. He has to rely on his team to get him back into the game. But unfortunately, they were not able to win any like really big team fights apart from fights which they have the numbers advantage. Head-on fights are not something they can win right now.
I was about to mention, a little surprised LFY haven't tried to get more map control here, but they just buy the gem now on DDC, so this lone Radiant Ward might not be long for this world.
Who has it?
Just above the Roshan pit.
No, who has the gem? Oh, they are just
It's in his,
okay.
on the courier now.
Oh,
So they are going to go for the shrines here.
He's going for Aeon, this is cool. The Omni. So he can't get bursted. He knows that if he doesn't die, they win the fight. That's a very good choice.
They were able to combo him down before, so it does seem like he might need it.
Aeon disc, bro!
The Disc of Dreams, but maybe this might be a nightmare chain forward. He is trying to bait them in. The BKB for the Dragon Knight forces him on his heels. Still silenced up, can't dish out damage. Is it just going to be a defensive Psalm? That's really not what LGD are hoping to get out of that. They have to back, but maybe's in trouble. Silenced up, no escape for him, at least not easily. Monet tries to bring him down, has to go for the deny. And now perhaps looking for the Omni trade. He gets off the ult, or the heal, but it's not enough. The Quap ult comes through. Oh, they get the Omni, but that's all she wrote as 5 heroes get absolutely ripped to shreds. LFY, far too strong for LGD to take in a head-on fight.
Not enough stuns. I don't know, like their heroes but I still think that they kind of did like certain things wrong in the early game. Like the AA should go like off lane. Like cause he was useless at bottom lane. Even though I felt like they kind of won 2 lanes. They won the top lane and the mid lane, but they didn't really transition well after winning 2 lanes.
I mean, when the AA pit was even picked, you immediately were a little unsure of it, Winter, just because LFY had such strong laning heroes. Do you think it was more that laning, like he just how he played it, or the fact that he was AA just made it hard?
He was AA and how he played it, like both definitely factored
Both of
in.
them.
I mean,
Okay.
I can understand why they wanted AA because of the Omni. They picked AA before they saw the DK, so it wasn't like, oh, there's a tanky hero, we picked the AA to counter it. It's mostly just the Omni at that point of the game.
Shows you how strong the Omni is. He's more farmed than the entire LGD squad here, and that's with them, you know, at least attempting to counter him. But the lane was so easy.
Dude, he had an ogre on his lane. If your lane is not easy, then I don't know what to say, bruh.
See, that was a very American brah.
So I'm supposed to say thank you? Or
Yeah,
what?
you're an honorary American, Winter. I would be proud to call you my fellow countryman.
My fellow homie, right? Is that what you should say?
Oh, the old techie's voice. My homies! LGD backing away. They just want to keep these lanes pushed out, but LFY are on the hunt again. It's Super with the Silver Edge revved up, ready to go. Can lock maybe down. He does get the auto attack off the stun to follow the silence coming through, and the chase is quick, decisive. They BKB their way right through the zone. It's been absolutely useless so far, but the net at least enough. Only way to cage the dragon. But how to kill a dragon, well, that's another book for another day.
How to
LGD
train your dragon to be like LFY Super's dragon. Teach me. Teach me.
Yeah,
The
good
best
luck with
Dragon
that.
Knight. Best Dragon Knight player, bro.
And you know it's coming, too. I mean, it's not exactly like a pocket pick.
That's the thing,
quickly bring the
you
Roshan
know
down.
it's coming and you still lose to it.
LFY. That's the most painful way to lose of all. But they haven't lost just yet. They're going to take one more fight, try to bring it down, and now Afu being forced back, but the Omni Knight ult comes out. Ame tries to stand and fight, tries to do what he can, but the Dragon is king of the Knights, at least in that one-on-one duel. With the help from Monet, it's not really a one-on-one anyway. And now FY blinking away with the help of maybe, is it going to be enough here? He jumps in deep. It's a good quad ult, but time-lapse it off. One more auto attack. Inflame trying to punch that Timber down, but he will, it looks like, get away to safety. They are going to change targets, turn back for FY. Afu on the hunt. Oh, the Scream just missing there. Wouldn't have been enough for the kill anyway. They're going to find him in the end, the Quap. Second kill of the fight. It was felt like a better fight from LGD, but they still failed to win it, losing 2 cores and only getting the Ogre.
That was as good as it gets, right? It was daytime, and they got a good initiate, but still wasn't enough. The Aeon Disc, they orchid the... I think that fight they would have probably won that fight if the Omni didn't have Aeon Disc, because they removed the silence from the orchid, and then he was able to get his ulti off for his team.
So yeah, you've really been high on the Aeon Disc item pickup this game.
Very, very good this game, because like if you're playing a hero that cannot be you don't want to be bursted, Aeon Disc is the perfect item.
And there's just not that much disable, you know, so it's not like they can immediately follow the proc up with like another stun. It's everything gets blown to bring him low, and then he just Aeon Disc and you can't kill him. So LFY now looking to close this one off. They dive Ame, pummeling damage into him with the help of Monet. They will finish Ame. Now they turn back for maybe, and LGD, they tap out. They've been thoroughly bested here. LFY started with strong lanes, and they transition into a very well-coordinated mid-game, spearheaded by the dives of that Super Dragon Knight.
Dude, this Dragon Knight lost his lane, and he still led so much momentum with the Ogre and the NS. Like, that's why he's the best DK player, you know? He doesn't need to win his lane, he doesn't even need to have a good lane, he still does his thing.